So mentorship has played a tremendous role in my success. Many times, I know Lisa talked about it earlier, they weren't formal mentorship relationships. They were really just born out of genuine relationships that had developed and people taking an interest and wanting to help. But a few key things that it served for me were sounding boards, people to talk to when you were in difficult situations, help you provide perspective, talk me off the ledge several different times in different challenging situations at work. And then just really help share key experiences and learnings, things that help me not make the same mistakes that they may have made before. So really provided me good grounding, good advice, and allowed me to learn from them in a safe environment were key learnings for me. On my list, I used to think networking was a waste of time. Like, why do I have to spend time networking with people I don't even really care for, number one. Number two, you kind of grew up with, you got to be twice as good, right? So I spend more of my time trying to learn my job, make sure I'm getting things done. I don't have time to do this networking thing. So as everybody's talked about, networking is a huge part of everything that you do. So that'd be the first one. The second one is know your why. Know why you're doing what you're doing. Know why you're seeking what you're seeking. So you don't find yourself in a place that is not congruent with who you are. So go back, define your core values, have that guardrails, have that be your decision-making compass so you don't end up in a place that you didn't intend to.
So I wanted to deliver a personal salutation and appreciation to Don Kirk. You've been extremely impactful on my life. Immediately graduated undergrad working at Coca-Cola. You've given me the tap to work a number of projects, whether that's diversity inclusion, fireside chats within Coca-Cola, or whether that was being inaugural marketing captain for the Share Coke campaign. I wouldn't be where I am in terms of a professional and even on personal front where I am in this capacity without you. You've been a great mentor. You've invested in me. You planted a seed of achievement inside of me to be able to, for me to feel like I can accomplish whatever I need to in regards to my dreams. I love you. You practice what you preach. You are a true servant leader. There's a proverbial quote saying, "The greatest amongst you will serve," and that's what you do, and that's what you embody. So I appreciate you. I look forward to working with you and continue our relationship. You are one of my most prized mentors, and continue to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of appreciation, a hard worker for everyone that looks like you and people that don't look like you. You are amazing.
I do a lot of coaching and mentoring, and no matter what topic we start with, it ultimately comes back to where people spending their time. So I was fortunate enough, right when I was coming out of college, my dad gave me a gift. And he's like, "Hey, I've got this extra Franklin Covey planner. I'm going to give it to you." And so I'm a huge advocate of Franklin Covey and anything Franklin Covey, because I think they teach one of the best time management processes and frameworks. So that's what I started with. It starts with, what's your mission, what's your values, what's your goals, and what's most important to you first. And so if any of you guys are Stephen Covey fans at all, you know about first things first, right? So what are those big rocks? So I start with my big rocks, and those big rocks tie to my core values. That being faith first, family, integrity, wellness, leadership, learning, etc. So I start with that, and I schedule those things first. Because if you don't, life will just continue to happen, and you'll just be reacting to things all the time. So every day, 15, 20 minutes in the evening, I plan and reflect. So I'd look at today and how well did I do today against my plan. Some days I'm great, other days I didn't operate against the plan at all because of X, Y, and Z. But you can't let too many days go by that way where you're not intentional about getting back on track. So what worked, what didn't, and what adjustments do I need to make tomorrow? And then I make those adjustments in my planner the next day. And it's an iterative and fluid process to ensure that I'm staying balanced on what I say is most important to me. My calendar should be congruent with that message. So that's my quick tip. I'll just share that I've had 16 different roles in the 25 years that I've been working. And I would tell you, similar to Gwendolyn, I was never ready for the next opportunity. And many times I was like, man, I just started the job. I have some things I want to finish. However, when opportunity knocks and it aligned with where I was going, then I said, you know what, I may not get this opportunity again. I need to jump on it. So you're not always ready for it, but you've got to trust that you've been preparing, like they said, and when the opportunity comes, you just have to step forward, leverage your mentors, do everything you need to do to prepare and step into it, and things will work out. So I'm happy to say that I'm glad I've taken each one of those opportunities, even though I was nervous for a few of them, and in many cases thought, wow, am I really ready for this next leap? So I'm here, and I've survived, so.
All right. Well, hi. Again, I'm Jamel Codner. I just wanted to say thank you, Dawn, for coming and pouring into all of us here at this event. Your knowledge, your background, over 20 years in the industry is priceless. And then from personal experience, you know, the 4 or 5 years I was under your belt while at Coca-Cola, you were one of the main people that were pushing me and believed in me, you know. I remember they gave me special assignments, special projects that other people weren't getting, and and I delivered, and it really helped build my resume, build my confidence in myself, and also my credibility now. You know, I went on, left Coke, started my own business, and a lot of the tools I learned, you know, under Dawn's tutelage, you know, this teaching and mentoring, and the fact that, you know, Dawn's still here for me today, no longer at Coca-Cola, she's still there as a friend, still as a mentor, finding opportunities, saying, hey, Jamel, this is going on, or I had this opportunity for her, and, you know, and she came and supported me. That's priceless, you know, and I really appreciate your mentorship and your guidance. Thank you.